Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. I'm Pinky Webb. Today on the program, murder charges were filed against suspended Bureau of Corrections Chief Gerald Bantag, the alleged mastermind in the killing of broadcaster Percy Lapid. Malacañang hopes justice will finally be served as President Bongbong Marcos monitors the progress of the Slay case. And the family of Lapid vows that they will not stop until all masterminds behind the killings are known. National Bureau of Investigation spokesperson Attorney Eugene Javier joins us in the program. Suspended Bureau of Corrections Chief Gerald Bantag faces two separate murder complaints in the killing of radio broadcaster Percy Lapid and the alleged middleman June Villamor. After weeks of investigation, authorities identified Bantag as one of the masterminds. A joint PNP and NBI investigation shows that Bantag had a clear motive to order the murders of Lapid and Villamor. Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have NBI spokesperson Eugene Javier. Is it Attorney Javier? Welcome to the source, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
Good morning. Hi, Ms. Pinky. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yes, it's attorney, and may I make a clarification?
Go ahead,
I'm not
sir.
the spokesperson of the NBI. We actually have an official spokesperson.
That's right.
But I'm a member of the NBI PNP task force.
Right. You were the one who spoke during the press conference yesterday, the joint press conference of the PNP and the NBI. So possibly
That's correct.
that mistake. We're sorry about that, sir. We'll correct that. So,
It's fine. It's absolutely fine.
yeah, so I want to go back to that. I was really interested to speak to you because you were the one I saw speaking after the opening statement of Secretary Boying Remulla, and you were the one who gave a narration of the events from the beginning until the end. So let's start with this, attorney. The masterminds
Yes.
of the killing, on the killing of Percy Lapid and June Villamor, silang dalawa po. Although they're different persons of interest, eventually suspects or suspects, because yung pong kay June Villamor, mas madami po yan eh. Nasama po yung mga Sputnik na supposed to be carried out the killing. So, but Bantag is supposed to be the mastermind for the killing of both si Lapid at ito pong si June Villamor. So, kasama po niya dito, as a mastermind as well, yung Bucor Deputy Security Officer Zulueta. And it said it's via principle by inducement. First of all, what does principle of inducement mean?
Let's put it very simply, for all the laymen. Hindi siya yung, he was not the one who actually caused the death in this case. But then, because of his inducement, because of him paying a certain amount to the person directly participating in the act, then he could be considered a principal under the operation of law.
Anong ibig sabihin ho ng principle of inducement? Siya po nag-utos. Is it as simple as that?
Yes, it can be understood as simple as that. Siya ang nag-utos. So, hindi siya yung mismong nagpatay, not the one who actually put on the plastic bag over the head or pulled the trigger of the gun. But then, were it not for his inducement of the other person, then the crime would have never have happened.
Okay, I know this was asked yesterday, but for those who did not see the press conference, members of the media had twice or three times asked this. Is there a direct evidence that points to Bantag?
Yes, you're correct. It's been asked a lot of times. And let me tell you this, technically speaking, wala namang direct evidence linking, but we're also using the concept kasi of totality of circumstances. That was what the Secretary of Justice meant to say yesterday. Because this totality of circumstances test can be applied, this is a method of analysis. If I may explain, in this test, decisions are made on all available information. So it doesn't mean that there has to be one direct connection to something. It could be understood that we focus on all the other circumstances of a particular case rather than any one factor.
So basically, what I'm seeing is this is a layer by layer by layer by layer. Is it to keep the mastermind supposed to be as far away as possible?
And yes, yes. And that's what you would expect. If you were to have someone killed, then you would be expected to really have buffers so that there would be many degrees before you could really be pointed to as a mastermind.
And because there were layers and layers and layers, as we're seeing here in the chronology of the events, it goes to, from down, Joel Escorial, village gunman, papunta po sa taas kay General Bantag. Okay, so I want to show this. I'm not sure if this is the diagram that I wanted to show. First of all, sir, quick question, Ito pong si SJO2 Ricardo Zulueta, wala ho siyang malinaw na larawan po?
Are you asking me?
Yes, sir.
Meron po. It's just that I think the wrong photo, there could have been better photo that was included in the PowerPoint.
Yeah, because it's hardly seen, really. Okay, so I want to go to this diagram, attorney. Okay, so to me, sir, analyzing this, the closest link to the supposed mastermind, Zulueta. Puntahan po natin. Kasi si Zulueta, kasi from Bantag, nagpunta kay Zulueta, from Zulueta, nagpunta kay Mayores. Para po, pag inanalyze ko po ito, ang point person dito would be, for me, si Denver Mayores, na taga-Iwahig. Why? Because Denver Mayores points up to Zulueta, and it's also Mayores who points to the gang leaders of Batang City Jail, of Sputnik, at eventually dito po sa Happy Go Lucky. Would you say that's correct, sir?
Yes, that's correct. In fact, that's how crucial the transfer of Denver Mayores was, from Iwahig here to NBI, because we were able to really speak with him. Here, he really divulged, first, ano yung relationship nila ni Zulueta. In fact, magkumpare yan sila. Even before Mayores was incarcerated, magkaibigan na sila nito ni Zulueta when Zulueta was still a jail officer. So, ayun nga, fast forward, in Muntinlupa, they had a really close relationship. So, whatever Zulueta wanted to happen or to order or to make done, it would be Denver Mayores who automatically he would ask help from.
So, in the past, may ginawa na po ba itong si Mayores, something similar na utos po supposed to be ni Zulueta? Or is this the first time?
No, it's not the first time. It's actually, I would, basing on the interviews, already the fourth time. But I'm not at liberty to divulge what the other incidents were.
Pero ganun din po, pinautos po yung pagpatay?
Meron pong pinautos si Zulueta. Let's put it at that.
Okay, balikan ko po si Mayores, no? So, siya po yung point person kasi that goes up to Zulueta and goes to the gang members. So, siya po yung, excuse me sir, siya po yung nasa police custody, siya po yung dinala dito po sa Manila na that was kept under wraps. Yan po, ito po, yung hindi namin alam sino to. Siya yan.
Okay, that's from, yes, brought from Palawan to the NBI.
Kasi galing po siyang Iwahig eh. Iwahig is in Puerto Princesa.
Yes, that's correct.
So this is the guy. All right. Sir, next question. So because it appears that siya po yung parang link ninyo, dito, bakit ho si Zulueta? Balikan ko lang yung diagram. Let's go back to that diagram. My question is, if General Bantag ordered this, pinuntahan pa po niya si Zulueta, bakit ho si Zulueta, who is supposed to be the Deputy Security Officer at Bucor, Bucor po ito, of course, under din po yung Iwahig, bakit di na lang po siya dumiretso sa Bilibid? Nagpunta pa po siya kay Mayores na taga-Iwahig, at yung taga-Iwahig po, pumunta pa sa Bilibid. Could you please explain that, sir?
Yes. Two things, no? The first thing being what we mentioned earlier, yung relationship nilang dalawa. So parang instead, if I were Zulueta, instead of going one by one sa mga commanders para lang maghanap ng gunman, I go first to my go-to guy, no? My man Friday, na sila yung magkasama talaga sa NBP before Mayores was transferred to Iwahig. So parang we could call him an adjutant of sorts, no? And then second thing, ito kasi si Denver Mayores, uh, well, he's already done things for Zulueta in the past. So in connection with that, we go to the layering that you mentioned also. So this also helps with putting a buffer from Zulueta. If I were the one who gave the order from Bantag, then at least the more buffers from me, the better.
Okay.
So that's how they did it.
That's where the layering comes in. Now, my question is,
Yes.
what was in the affidavit of Mayores? Did he directly implicate, I'm assuming, sir, he directly implicated Zulueta. Hindi ho ba?
Yes, he did.
Opo.
Of course, he did.
But did he directly implicate Bantag?
He made mention of Director Bantag, no, as being the one who really gave the order. In fact, there were instances where he recalled that Zulueta even said that utos ito sa taas, which would only mean that General Bantag, magagalit na yung itaas, magagalit na si Tanda. So all of those allude only to General Bantag, and all of them know this.
Opo. Pero ang talagang inimplicate niya directly, sir. Tell us, how did he implicate, how did Mayores implicate Zulueta?
Statements such as Zulueta, when Mayores was in Iwahig, suddenly gave him a call, no? Probably very, very early in September. Directly saying that we have, meron tayong trabaho. Meron pa trabaho sa itaas, meron tayong project, which means that someone from upstairs wanted to have someone killed, and they already understood that. So from that order, Denver Mayores contacted Alvin Labra, which is one of the 3 gang leaders who facilitated the hiring of the gunman.
Got it, sir. But just to be clear on this, Mayores directly implicated Zulueta, indirectly implicated Bantag. Would that be correct, sir?
That would be accurate.
Okay. I need to go on a break, but there's something here that's also important. In the diagram,
Okay.
it shows that ito pong si Mayores, trusted aide of DG Bantag, hindi ho ba? Yan ang nakasurat, si Denver Mayores. So trusted aide po siya ni Zulueta at trusted aide po ni Bantag. Tama ho ba? Because you said parang ito talaga, they work together, si Mayores at si Zulueta eh.
Yes. So what that meant was Denver Mayores was a trusted aide of Zulueta.
So mali
It's just
po yan.
that yes. It's, he's not really a trusted aide of Bantag. Although they've been known to share a close relationship also.
Got it. Yeah, because you know, the reason I was asking that is because I was gonna say, kung trusted aide of Bantag, nilaglag po niya yung kanyang...
Bakit?
Oo. Hindi, tsaka
I
trusted
understand.
aide hindi ho ba?
I
Unless,
understand.
obviously,
Yes.
your back is
There's
against the wall.
a mistake somewhere there.
Okay, so trusted aide of Zulueta. All right, we'll be taking a very short
Yes,
break.
yes.
We'll be right back. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Our source today, Attorney Eugene Javier of the NBI. Okay, so marami pa po akong tanong, Attorney. So,
Please go ahead.
okay, so I want to go to Zulueta. Ayun po. So sinabi nga natin kanina na the reason was a lot of layering enough, ano. I'll put that. Ang dami ho kasing pangalan. It's so hard to kind of digest this eh. So sinagot muna po. Ayaw niyan dumiretso sa NBP para meron pong may middleman, na may middleman, na may middleman. All right. Let's go to Bacoto, sir. Kasi importante din po si Bacoto.
Yes.
Ano ho sinabi ni Bacoto so far? Because from last I heard, it doesn't seem like he's cooperating. Would this be correct, sir?
That's correct. He's not cooperating, and it might be because he feels that if he would, then he'll end up also like what happened to the late June Villamor. But then what I could tell you is his participation here in this case. Now, itong si June Villamor kasi, ultimately, siya na ho yung nakahanap ng gunman. No? So, from all the layers, it all ends with June Villamor. So, si June Villamor, he contacted two people. So, it wasn't just Joel Escorial, who was the actual gunman in this case. He also contacted another group, no, who would serve as a backup. Kasi we all know in cases such as assassination attempts, you can't just rely on any one person or any one tandem. So what he did was, aside from contacting itong si Escorial, he also contacted Israel de Maculangan, Edmond de Maculangan, and a certain Orly.
Yung nawawala po, yung hindi pa rin mahanap hanggang ngayon, yung tatlo.
Yes,
Opo.
yes. We're still conducting a manhunt for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now that
Okay, so
everyone...
going back to your
now that
going
everyone...
back to your question.
Attorney, sige,
sorry.
go ahead. Kayo po.
Yes. So where Bacoto would come in is because si Villamor is directly related to Escorial through because magkakababata sila, or maybe they were relatives, no? And then Villamor is also close with Bacoto because they're all from Leyte. And then si Bacoto na talaga itong nag-facilitate nung second team.
Got it, sir. Si second team, ito na ho ba si yung magkapatid? Kasi si
Yes,
Orly...
yung Di Maculangan brothers.
Opo. Kasi si
and
Orly yung nag-drive ng motor ni Joel
Yes.
Escorial. Okay, got that, sir.
That's correct. That's
Okay.
correct.
Sir, did you try to get Zulueta? Because it appears that, because Mayores was saying, in order lang siya ni Zulueta, utos sa taas. At saka, babalikan ko po, para lang malinaw, sino ho ba si Tanda?
Okay, in one of our affidavits, sworn statements, one PDL declared na ito talagang si Tanda is known sa kanilang sa NPP as siya si DG Bantag. No, just like with particular, maybe with you, you might have a certain nickname or code name for your boss, regardless if it's affectionate or not. So sila din, they have that culture na pag may sinabing code name, siya na yon. So they have a lot of those. So being Tanda being one of them. In fact, Mayores also has a code name for Zulueta. So what I'm trying to get at is it doesn't really need to be that they mention a specific name if they're alluding to someone.
Yeah, I understand that. Just
yes.
wanted to
Please go
clarify
ahead.
who Tanda is for the benefit of me and the people watching. Did you try to get Zulueta? I asked that, sir, because I know that nag-file po kayo ng reklamo against him as one of the masterminds na siya at si Bantag. Did you try to get him? Because if this is all true, sir, no? If it is all true, it is Zulueta that will directly implicate Bantag as Mayores directly implicated Zulueta.
Precisely. And that would be the best case scenario, if you ask me. If we're able to speak with Zulueta, and if he speaks to us about everything that he knows. Yun nga lang, he's gone AWOL. That's what we know from Bucor. And in fact, he could not be located as of this time. So the joint NBI and PNP team, of course, we exerted efforts, no, mag-backdoor para makausap siya, to reach out to him. Kaya lang, we surmise that he doesn't want to be found for fear of his life. Kasi like you said, siya na lang talaga yung naiiwan na direct link, no, between among all these people and si Bantag. So he must feel that his life is in danger kasi yun ngang nagko-connect dun sa iba, si Villamor. Di ba? Automatically, nawala na nga sa chain. So he must think na yun din yung mangyayari sa kanya.
And going back to that diagram, no, sir, so it goes from supposed to be Bantag to Zulueta to Mayores. After no Mayores kasi
Yes.
ito yung Alvin, Aldrin at
Yes.
sa baba yung Alfie. Yan yung mga commander ng tatlong gang. And supposed to be itong si
Yes,
June
that's correct.
Villamor ay miyembro ng Sputnik gang. Okay. There's another diagram here. I mean, I just want to move this to the yung pagkamatay ni pagpatay kay June Villamor, ano?
Alright. Alright.
Dumami ho kasi yung ano dito. Siguro the same question is, why would your gang members, which is Sputnik, as June Villamor is part of, why would they be the ones to kill you when they're the ones that are supposed to be protecting you?
Exactly what was mentioned yesterday in my speech, no? It's very ironic kung sino pa yung mga kakosa mo, as they're called in NBP, sila pa yung papatay sa'yo. This would only prove, no? This would only prove na hindi talaga nila gustong gawin yun and they were just ordered to do so. Because sa lahat ng papatay sa'yo in NBP, the last would be your kakosa. So this really buttresses that fact na the order to have him killed came from the office. Or let's go directly to Zulueta and Bantag.
And how was he killed?
Based on our the testimonies of those who actually committed the crime, he was killed by suffocation using a plastic bag, a big plastic bag. So we have those sworn statements, and yun na yung basehan natin on how he really died.
Ito po yung lumabas dun sa apat supposed to be na Sputnik members na pumatay sa kanya, yung nasa pinakailalim ng diagram. You have them? Yan po?
Yes.
Okay.
We have them in our custody right now.
And when did they do this? At what time? Because if we were to go back to the timeline, di ba sinabi, nag-breakfast
Yes.
pa daw po, tapos tatawagin na daw mananghalian, hindi na daw tumayo sa kanyang kama, at unconscious na
Yes.
at dinala sa... What did they say about this? How was this carried out?
Okay. So sometime before lunch, no? Kasi they don't really have the orientation of time there, no? Except for what's showing on TV. So sometime before lunch, inutos ni because Labra already talked to itong si commander ng Sputnik na si Galicia, telling him na this was beforehand, telling him na tapusin mo na si Villamor kasi magkakaletse-letse na tayo. So Galicia ordered his lieutenant, his assistant commander by the name of Jurfo na maghanap ka na ng tatapos kay Villamor. So si Jurfo naman, there's another layer kasi it's like a military hierarchy with them, no? So there's a commander, there's an assistant commander, and there's mga mayor depending on the dormitories. So from the assistant commander, he went to the mayor of that particular dorm where Villamor was living in. So sometime before lunch, yun na yung nangyari. Ultimately, itong si mayor, itong si Maymay, alias Maymay, he was able to find the four of their kakosa na mautusan. So the four of them went upstairs. And in some statements also, pinababa muna ang lahat ng mga PDL who were in the area, about 30 of them. Pinababa muna so that the only one remaining was si June Villamor. So when si June Villamor na lang yung nasa taas, umakyat tong apat, and then in one account saying na ang una daw niyang sinabi sa kanila was papatayin niyo na ba ako? Wag niyo naman akong patayin. And then, ang sagot lang ng isa is, kumalma ka lang, Kosa, relax ka lang. And then, with that, umalis sila for a few minutes para mag-discuss on how they were going to actually execute it. Kasi, yun nga, inutos lang sa kanila eh. They did not plan it. No, it wasn't their idea. They were only told, right there and then, gawin niyo. So, they had to go out planning and then to look for a plastic bag no, with which to use in
Okay.
order to carry out the killing. So about a couple minutes later, they came back to the cell, and then yun na, ginawa na nila yun. One of them
Pinned him
held
down.
one leg, the other one held another leg, and then the biggest guy, the biggest of the four, sat on the stomach or the chest area, no, and held the hands of Villamor. So, yun pa lang, sobrang immobilized ka na. So, kaya lang, according to them, they did not even need to immobilize him. Kasi itong si June Villamor, alam niya na talaga yung mangyayari and tanggap na tanggap niya na. So, he was very calm, very docile. So, parang binigay niya na lang yung sarili niya. He didn't even put up a fight. No? So, when he was already held by the legs
That's
and
when they
sat
put the
upon on the
plastic.
chest,
Mm.
pinasok na yung plastic bag.
Okay.
Yun na yung
Alright.
talaga.
Attorney, okay.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Siguro that's fine, ano, already. I
Alright.
kind of get that. I'm sorry, but we need to take a very short break. We'll be
All right.
right back.
I understand.
Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb, our source today. Tama ho ba, NBI Supervising Agent Eugene Javier? Is that correct, sir?
That's correct this time.
Attorney,
Yes, ma'am.
I have 2 minutes left. Nakausap niyo ho ba si Bantag?
Yes.
Did you even try to talk to him?
Here's the rub, no? We're all aware of his mga sinabi niya sa TV to everyone. No, yung mga declarations niya na hindi siya makipagtulungan, na in fact going as far as to say na pagpapatayan na lang kami ng gobyernong ito. So being hostile, no, yung environment, we don't really see the point of escalating it any further. Anyway, there's an opportunity naman for Director Gerald Bantag to air his side in the proper forum,
As
which is during PI.
As mentioned by Secretary Boying Rimulya, so you did not reach out to him. Just another question. To his defense, he was saying, madami ako nakaaway dyan. Gusto lang nila ako talaga patalsikin dyan sa Bucor dahil mga drug lords, lahat yan, nakaaway ko. Did you consider that?
Well, he would say that, of course. But in our investigation, it's not just, in fact, it's not just the NBI, it's not just the PNP, it was a joint investigation. So lahat naman ng evidence na nakalap namin points to him and none other.
Last
So-
point, sir, no? Ito hong money trail, dito ho ba pumapasok si Happy Go Lucky? Tell us, kumalap sila ng pera? Paano ho ba to?
Well, ang nangyayari talaga dyan sa NBP is all the gangs are allowed their own income, mga diskarte, no, on how they're able to have a fund for their projects, for their members. So meron talaga silang pamamaraan na mag-collect, no, mag-raise ng funds. It just so happened na in this case, ginamit lang siya sa masamang paraan and unexpected at that.
But why? 550,000 pesos, sir?
No. The entire 550,000 did not come from just one person. The 350,000 came from Zulueta. And it was only given to Labra after Percy Lapid was killed. It's just that yung binigay nitong si Happy Go Lucky was only the down payment,
Which is how much?
200.
To total 550,000.
Yes.
Sir,
yes.
I have 30 seconds. Why would they do that? Why would they, yung mga preso pa, sila pa mismo, ang kakalap ng pera para pumatay sa isang tao sa labas?
Yun nga yung masaklap doon, no, Miss Pinky, because preso na nga kayo and kayo na nga yung inutusan na pumatay, pinag-aabono pa kayo. No, so I don't know kung tatawa ba ako or iiyak doon. Pero that's how it is in NBP. That's
So,
how it is being run right now.
That is not
na,
absurd to you, sir. That's not absurd.
It has slowly become reality. So parang yun na yung alam natin na nangyayari ngayon, which should not be.
Unfortunately, I've run out of time. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. NBI Supervising Agent Eugene Javier. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Cruz.
And
Thank you.
CNN Philippines continues to reach out to suspended Bucor Chief Director General Gerald Bantag to get his side on this issue, but he has yet to respond to our requests. Thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.